Welcome back to the Ballad of Officer Superstar. This episode is special. In it, Harry accidentally contacts his ex-wife. The exchange between them and Harry's reaction to it all clearly demonstrate why this is the best written RPG ever produced. I believe every episode is worth watching in its entirety, but if you're only going to spend 10 minutes here today, jump to the chapter labeled Things Go Sideways right now. You won't regret it. Thank you for being here. Now, let's join our heroes. Okay, it's 1:49 in the afternoon, or 13:49 hours, and we have several tasks that we need to do in the evening, like the karaoke,
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flex some more wet snow from above.
Let's look around, I guess.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
I mean, there's definitely more snow. I don't know if the YouTube compression algorithm is going to get rid of it, but you can definitely see the snow is coming in. How does it feel?
You're warm in your hat and your coat. Like a well-equipped explorer, you comfortably survey the white landscape.
Okay, what's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of Saint Martin. A boomtown. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
Oh, that's pretty sad. What is there?
Below the old mines, l'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
Le Royaume?
Where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning.
And Le Petit Rat?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums. And for fabled relics, their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper?
After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent.
Wow, so they're grave robbers of the kings.
2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings.
Wow, that's really neat. 2 kilometers underground and they can still get the daylight down there through mirrors. That is super cool.
The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty.
Magenta cocaine?
Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard.
Yeah, this response from electrochemistry couldn't have been predicted or anything.
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Good question, Logic. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Okay. Wipe the snow from our shoulders.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
So this little passage here is just so exemplary of how amazing the writing is in this game. It sets such a tone with this fathers beating their sons after drinking, the weather-worn shacks. It's just everything. Everything is horrible. But it doesn't tell you that. It shows you that. It's just such wonderful writing. What's in the east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
I wonder if this is one of the lorry drivers scraping the snow off the windshield. That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood.
So I wonder if I inadvertently increased our shivers and so now we hit some threshold, because some of this stuff seems like it maybe would have been disclosed to us earlier in the gameplay.
Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
Whoa. I think this might be that administrative office. What's in the north?
The abandoned church, its walls covered with hoarfrost now. One of Lisette's sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the revolution.
And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell.
In the other game I'm currently playing, Empires of the Undergrowth, hermit crabs are the bad guys. It's so funny that that's what I was thinking right away, even though in the rest of my life I've always thought hermit crabs are so cool.
Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that? Before the curtains are drawn?
The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Morien. And at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship, Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
Ooh, we probably should shudder because our intention is to rise up against the market forces and bring back communism. What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, with vehicles whooshing past one another day and night, while those who reside beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
Pox.
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
Wow, wolves. Must be pretty big.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
That's very, very sad. Further south?
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to Central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning.
That is all kinds of nasty.
Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki.
We haven't heard of Zemlyaki yet. Wonder what that is.
All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
Ooh, what are they looking for?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Well, that was unsatisfying. All right, what's above?
More Coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
And what's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Ooh, tell me a secret of the sands, Wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it, but who knows?
Oh, that sounds like a giant hint. Maybe we can find this concrete pipe. All right, let's stop our feet for warmth, brushing off the snow, and finish the thought.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up?
That was pretty cool. Oh my gosh, another thought. The same address the lead programmer of Fortress Accident was looking for. Yes, we've been to this church. So, before I was interrupted by Shivers, what I was saying was we have a number of tasks that require us to do them in the evening. Karaoke, going to the meeting of communists, potentially looking at midnight exactly, looking for the headless found rider. So I'm here to burn some time. I expected to just walk right over here and make phone calls to Dora, but then those thoughts popped up. So still, we need to burn some time, so let's do it. I think the next thing we'll do, if it doesn't take enough time or if there isn't some other thing that comes up, is we'll go listen to the final Idiot Doom Spiral story. Let's see what's going on here. And let me just hit tab. Yeah, there's nothing new. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung it up too hard, and we have another thought. You can imagine why. Calls become terrible sometimes. Oh, yes, that is true. We are about to go embark on one. We know because of the alternate timeline situation. Speaking of which...
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
For those of you who are just catching up with the series now, at one point, quite a few episodes ago now, we bumbled into this phone and made some phone calls, and it ended up... Well, you'll see what ends up happening, but it was very, very, very... It was funny, and then suddenly emotional, and then we died, and we didn't come back because we didn't have enough morale to kind of do that whole process. So now we have 5 morale and 3 charges that we can apply. So let's pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
All right, let's put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Yes, we like prank calling. There's no question that we do.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
This woman's a little bit crazy. I'm not a salesman. I was just calling a random number, and you somehow ran with it.
This is because we are bred to be leaders. I can hear the common or mixed background from your voice.
Oh, there is so much racism in this game.
I just so wanted it to be Pierre. Have a pleasant evening, prankster.
Alright, you too, bigot.
Disconnect tone.
I'm going to leave for a second and make sure our empathy is as high as possible. I don't recall what stats we needed for the phone calls with Dora, but I feel like, frankly, Superstar should have some empathy for himself. I've messed around with some clothing and stuff so that our suggestion is 5 and our volition is 4 and our empathy is 5. I'm inclined to do some drugs too to bump all of this up, but I think we're fine. Okay, let's make the phone call. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Let's put in 10 cents and dial another random number.
Calling. Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Superstar speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
Thanks, conceptualization. Look at how he's leaning on the phone booth itself. It's just a nice little touch in the art.
No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Oh my gosh. Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling Al Kick Your Ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Okay, thanks. I guess he was on to us.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Alright, let's do another prank call.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Okay, I'm inclined to do this one. We could all be a bit kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider your debt paid, my friend. Would Superstar do that? No. I really want to do it, but I actually think he's trying to be a cop. So he's going to say, you seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, I knew this is the way it was going to go because I remember from last time, but man, I wanted to do the other one, but this was the right thing for this character.
Disconnect tone.
A single cam lets you know the lieutenant is ready to move now. Okay, but we're not. Let's do another prank call.
Calling.
I'm tired.
A man answers, fast this time. His voice is hoarse with cigarettes. You hear typing in the background. What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens.
Here we go.
Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Okay, so you have a 92% chance on this medium interfacing check, and we're getting +3 because it smells like betrayal, sorry cop, and white morning. We better not fail this one, though it is a white check.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up, and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Let's keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Let's keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
There's more?
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Okay, so before we finish it, I mentioned it a few times that we went through this in what I've been calling an alternate timeline, but Superstar ended up dead and we didn't come right back to it for a myriad of reasons, not the least of which is that we would have probably died again. I'm going to do my best to not use that sort of supernatural knowledge, so to speak, and play this as though Superstar is experiencing this for the first time. Let's finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection.
Okay, let's see what happens.
An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away, a distant network of phones. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true.
I don't know why this comes from Pain Threshold. That's very interesting.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Long windows, how do I know that?
You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
Him.
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Well, this is a 3% red check. We're not... Even if I back out and add one more to volition and take the drugs, that would add 2. It's still not going to be a decent chance. So we're going to let it call more.
Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
Great sound effect. Your voice is so beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
What? Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Hello?
Hmm.
She hums, her voice warm from sleep.
Who is this?
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Oh, see, she knows us. She knows who we are.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Harry? How do you know my name?
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. You seem drunk.
I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you? Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's bending down, like you can actually see him experiencing this emotion. Look at that.
Oh, God.
There's silence. It's heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Look at his body language. It's just remarkable. Oh, are you there?
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I don't really want to say this, but this is what he would say because he's that self-absorbed. I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
Oh.
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
My head hurts. I'm going to have a heart attack? Not yet, we're not. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world.
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
22 million people live in Morova, the capital city of Grad. It is the capital of the world after Revachol was destroyed.
My heart hurts. I'm going to have a heart attack.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
No, he would never let go. Where are you going in 2 hours? He knows that she's going to go to work, but he's just trying to keep her on the line.
To work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
The academy? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
We took some more morale damage here. So through this conversation, we've taken 2 points of morale and 1 point of health damage. Let's... he's not going to say, do you want to party? That's not who he is anymore. Unless he would fall back on that. I don't think he would. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man.
She does not answer anymore.
I'm going to solve it. Because this is like everything he's clinging onto for his life.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He whipped the phone down. Oh my god. He whipped the phone down. Oh, now he's picked it back up. This is amazing.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear.
We dialed again. I chose to dial again. I forgot to say that. There are times when there's so little motion of the characters in this game, and the subtlest of movements can really be indicative of something. And for Harry to whip the phone down is so human. It's just so well done.
In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted.
I wonder if we'll get through to her.
Calling. Calling.
Let's let it call.
Calling. 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 It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
We can't help ourselves. We are super self-absorbed. Just let it ring.
Calling. Calling.
Harry, please.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
I need to know who you are. Who are you?
Please. I'm going to hang up now, okay?
We took another point of morale damage.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Let's put in another 10 cents and dial again, because this is what Superstar would do.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. 001 41 44 47 11 17 361 451 67 451 451.
Okay, here we go.
Calling. 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 Calling.
Okay, we have to heal.
Calling. And calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again.
You want my money? And we punch the phone.
The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckles. You look at them, turning purple.
We took another point of health damage. You want more money now, huh? You want fucking money? And we punch the phone again. Tim is just standing there.
It didn't give you any fun for that money. Your hand is turning blue now. Blood drips to the ground.
Ugh. Wow, that sucked. Poor Harry. Okay, two thoughts here. But I'm gonna heal a little. Let's do this one first.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
You know, I really want to say no, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects, but that is way more woke, so to speak, than Harry ever would be. Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
Ooh, we got another thought. Anti-object task force. And another thought. Blood drips from your knuckles to the sand. Drip, drip, drip. Okay, well, so having all of those health potions, so to speak, was very helpful. So, for me personally, that wasn't quite as emotional as the first time, because I knew kind of what to expect, but putting myself in Harry's shoes, the guy, if he wasn't already a mess, which of course he was, then he's definitely going to be one now. He's got some shit to work out. Let's read that thought. So the new thought is Anti-Object Task Force. Temporary research bonus is -2 pain threshold. Hurts. The research time is only 2 hours and 15 minutes. The problem is, take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know just how much objects suck. That is hilarious. I don't know if we're going to do that one. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Playing the role of this Harry Dubois is emotionally taxing. Sometimes I want to reach through the screen and shake some sense into this fuck up. That is, of course, why I have come to love this game so much. I appreciate your keeping me company on this journey. Please remember to spay or neuter your pets.